up seeing that, but that's alright. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, y'all, but because I don't have the camera stable, but that's alright, I guess. What's up?
Hi.
You people. What's up, people?
Look at my hair. It's all crazy.
We just got back from the lake. So
Yeah.
we wanted to do something other than sit in the house. So we sat in the house. We sat in the house for a little while, and we decided to go to the lake. We was there for about an hour, I think.
A little over, maybe.
And we just enjoyed the weather because it was a hot one today.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of something, and we are going to, I guess, talk about it. What, our opinions, because everything is a matter of opinion.
Right.
We just have open discussions on this channel, and we do other things, but a lot of open discussions. So what you got?
So tell me again the name.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
So I'm gonna say that it's true and it's real, because, and I'm sorry I won't look at the camera much because I'm on the highway. When you speak life into someone, it really makes a difference in that person. When you speak life into yourself, it makes a difference in your life. So if you're always feeding yourself negativity, oh, I'm fat, or oh, I'm a failure, oh, I never get good jobs, oh, I fight my whole life for everything I have. All those negative things that we tell ourselves that we don't think are that big of a deal are a big deal. And you have either the power to kill your spirit or make your spirit come alive. And it's all in what you say, and what you say to your partner, and what you say to your children, and your coworkers, and your friends, and your parents. We are so quick to get mad about things and just say whatever because we're frustrated in the moment. But once those words are out there, a person never forgets them. And you don't know what that does to their spirit. It hurts their spirit, and it breaks them down. So I think it's important to watch what you say. Important to watch what you say. Important. It's important to watch what you say and to make sure that you are speaking life into the people around you, even to strangers, because I strongly believe in what we put out, we get back. And all these things, the negative images and things that we see every day, those are all affecting us. Whether we want to believe it or not, those things are affecting you over time in the way you interact with other people and the way you see the world. So you have to be careful of not only what you're saying, but what you're thinking and what you're meditating on, and the reel you're running in your head every day. Like I just said to someone the other day, she said, she always feels like she was stressed out. She feels like things aren't going her way. And I said, do you remember another time where you felt like this before, and how did things turn out? And she said they ended up being okay. Exactly. Like, granted, everything is not always going to end up being okay, but a lot of it is your attitude when you're dealing with something. And you have to change the negative movie that's playing your head all the time. We always think the worst case scenario when something is going on in our lives. We always think of what we did wrong or how we could have, done something better. But instead of harping on the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, let's think about what we have to do now to fix it. Let's talk about, the positive things about yourself to help you get through it. I'm smart. I know how to problem solve. Let me just figure this thing out. Instead of, I'm so stupid. Why can't I think of this? Why did I get myself in this situation again? Like, you have to speak life into yourself so that, and show yourself love and compassion and grace, because, the Bible talks about showing grace to other people, but you also have to show grace to yourself. And I think that's sometimes a lot harder to do.
for example, speak life, even though it's a metaphor, so I'm gonna use it in this term. One day, my wife was talking to my niece, and my niece and my wife, they was going back and forth, and my wife said, "Why are you failing, or why do you feel as though you have, low grades in school?" And she said, "Because she's stupid." You do not allow, I don't care, you do not allow your children to say that, because the more and more they say it and more other people say that to them, eventually they will believe it. I don't care what none of y'all think. Oh no, we just brush that off. Y'all keep thinking you constantly brushing stuff off, because eventually it seeps into your soul, it seeps into your mind, it seeps into your thought, and sometimes you start second guessing yourself, thinking you cannot do it. So that's what I mean by speak life. To me, is always speak negativity. Yeah, there's gonna be moments in your life.
Always speak negativity.
Always speak positivity. There's always going to be moments in your life where you're not always going to be positive. There's going to be some things that make you this and make you that. But at the end of the day, you do your best to speak life. Do not speak death. Do not speak negativity. Because I believe what you put out in the world will come back to you. It may not come back to you. It may come back to someone you love. It may come back to your children. It may come back to you. You never know what anything you put out in the world, how it's going to come back to you in some sort of way. So you have to be careful on how you speak to your people around you, your family, and what you say about yourself. You got to be careful, and you have to speak life. Speak positivity, and always speak the right thing to yourself. And if you're trying to speak the right thing to others, think about what you're saying first. In the heat of the moment, in the heat of the battle, you just want to curse people out, and you want to tell them to kiss your ass. You don't want to tell them, leave me alone. You want to tell them all types of stuff, because if they hurt your feelings, you want to hurt their feelings back. But sometimes grace goes a long way. You may not see it then, you may not see it now, you may not see it for a while, but eventually grace will come. The better you are, the better you'll make people around you. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but it will happen. And some people are stubborn than others. When they see you doing a good thing, they may take it as a good thing and start doing what you do, or start saying stupid stuff. But when they say stupid stuff, you figure out a way to where as though you speak life into them. And you stay positive as much as you can. Because once they see that their poison can seep into your soul, they will keep pushing it into your soul.
Yeah, that is true.
So do not let them push that poison into your life. You don't want that into your bloodstream. So you ooze out as much life and much positive talk and as much smiles and just pure happiness. Because people can tell if you're faking your happiness. So do not fake your happiness. Before you can help someone else, you need to help yourself. So always speak life. The more you speak negativity in your life will not be what you want it to be. So when you go out there in the world and to yourself, if you have to, read books that are encouraging. They help.
Also, what helped me is, and I think I've mentioned this a time or two before, there was a coworker who was very difficult for me to deal with, and I literally started praying before I would walk into the building every day. I have an hour commute to work. I would pray in the car that we have a good interaction. I would pray that I would have patience for her, that I would love her even when she's being difficult, and it made a big difference in our relationship. I also pray before I call my parents, because parents can really try your nerves. Before I call them, I pray, Lord, please help me to have a positive experience on this phone call. Please help me to greet them with love and patience. And I have to do that with some of my friends too before I answer the phone, because sometimes I have bad patience. I do, and that's something that I'm working on. But I pray on it, and it helps me to be kinder, to be more kind when I'm talking to them. So,
and it's not always going to work. But what you have to realize is, the more you speak life you speak good, you speak positive. The more you do it, the more they will constantly see you in that light.
And you have to
Now,
believe
trust
it.
me. Now, trust me. You will be around people that will always see how you was back then.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry about them people, because sometimes those people that see you how you were back then, they probably the same way. And guess what? If they're the same way, then that means they're not moving forward. They still behind you. So you don't worry about that. Sometimes you can pull people with you, and sometimes you can't. You always got to be careful who you surround yourself with, and you also got to be careful on how you say and talk and speak to people. And even some people out here, they like to speak out loud. You know, some people like to think out loud, and sometimes or every single time, just do not say negative things. I know it's hard, but if you feel yourself about to say something bad, you counteract that and speak something graceful. And then if you feel as though you can't do it, because I can't do it all the time, when I know I'm about to say something mean, I get out of that situation. I just go.
And you know how I can tell? Because sometimes I can tell that he's frustrated with me, and he'll say, "Oh, my lovely wife," and I'm like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
He was gonna say something terrible.
Yeah. And that's what you got to do, y'all. You have to somehow retract that. Don't let that devil come out your mouth. You let that life come out your mouth. Speak that good stuff, that good word, that loving word. And trust me, it will not happen that day. It will not happen the next day. It may not happen the next day. But if you constantly keep practicing, I guarantee you, it will help.
And you'll be blessed for it. You will. People always look at blessings as something tangible. Well, not always. A lot of people look at blessings as something tangible. Oh, God blessed me to go on this vacation, or God blessed me with this new car, or this house, or this job.
You could have just worked
whatever.
for that. You could have worked for that.
And yes, those are all blessings.
Yes.
However, sometimes the blessing is not a tangible thing. I feel like God is blessing me with more patience, and that's because I'm putting in the work to do it. You know, you can pray all day, but you have to take some action. You can pray, God, remove me from this situation, but sometimes you have to physically get up and move yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
So you're asking him to bless you, and he's like, walk over there, like, just go.
Yeah.
You're out of it. You can just be free. So you have to pray and use action.
So for our closing remarks, you have to accomplish yourself before you can help accomplish other people. And that doesn't necessarily mean what you have, materialistic things. Sometimes people can just see you that you're doing the right thing and going on the right path to success. Remember, everyone, success does not have to mean the things that you have. Success can just be the things that you're doing into the world. Remember that. God bless y'all. We love y'all. And y'all be good, be blessed, and remember, speak life.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.